There is a lot of things to be said about the present moment. You see, it's not so simple as just, hey, get present. When the mind goes somewhere, it's gonna have to reel itself back in. So the ideal is, of course, to be in the now, but for some reason, people end up straying away from the now. Yet it's the hard times that tend to bring us back into the now. And during easy times, we're drifting away into the past, which is, I guess, depression, and thinking about the future, which I guess is anxiety. So in reality, it's not as simple as saying, hey, let's get present, because the mind needs to kind of shape itself and pull it back into the now. The mind can stretch to different directions in time and space. But I do think that there is the beauty, the perfect kind of religion, if you want to say that word, is just be here now. You know what I mean? And recognize that anything that is out there, anything that is manifested by the works of human beings, including religious scriptures, are not worth following, in my opinion, only because you have all the truth within you already. This is why people can go from one path to another. Really, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that the universe is consciousness. And whether stuff is physical or conscious or this or that, people will follow what they want to follow and act like how they want to act like. But truly, at the end of the day, there's just the here and the now, however it manifests. So I think really staying close to the here and the now is the whole name of the game. That's all that we really have. Everything else is either depression if you go into the past, or anxiety if you go into the future. And if you're in the here and now, you're calm. See, you're that's like interesting actually. How just let me turn on the lights. But really, that is kind of interesting how there's like the two mental disorders, right? Depression and anxiety. And then there's peace. Insanity happens to be anxiety plus probably a form of depression. So, that's really interesting. That there's a past, a present, and a future. There's depression, there's calmness, and there is anxiety. How is that, right? How perfect is that? So you can figure yourself out in your spiritual state. You can dissect why you feel the way you feel just by asking yourself, hey, how do I feel? Am I calm? Am I depressed? Am I anxious? Am I insane? If insanity is anxiety plus depression, it's overwhelming, but depression's overwhelming and anxiety is overwhelming. When you mix the two, you go a little bit crazy. So, me personally, I feel I'd say 80% calm, 5% in depression, 15% in anxiety. The goal is to be more towards the middle, towards pure calmness. That's just how I would say I feel right now. So by asking myself how I feel on my anxiety, on my depression, on my calmness, I actually can dissect where my mind is, whether it's in the past, in the present, or in the now. And the now is all there is. What's done cannot be changed. In other words, we became the now from the past. The past has evolved into the now. But the past will remain as just the past. It's not going to remain the present. So keep on working toward a nice, awesome moment in the now, and have a perfect relationship with the now, the be here now. See, unfortunately, that's not as simple as it sounds. Not only can your mind be stretched to the past, to the future, whatever, because it's outside of time altogether, but it's also possible that you have, like, underlying things, underlying beyond the surface level anxiety and depression, past stretching and future stretching. So it can be stretching in all the directions, which is why sometimes people can be triggered into accepting and processing what's already underneath. It's possible to have so much underneath and so much pain underneath that you're gone. The lights are on, but nobody's home. The body is functioning, but the mind is inactive. The mind has been twisted, ran away from, escaped. The awareness within the mind is neglecting and running away until all the doors cave in, the walls cave in, and you're forced to face that anxiousness and that depression that's already in there. You know, there really is nothing better than the here and now. That's where healing is, by the way. It's not in the future, it's not in the past, it's in the current. Not in some transcendent realm, but I mean just practically in the here and now. In the physical, the spiritual state of how things currently are as they change into the now every moment.